The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, and welcome to this video about the new Provincial Interlibrary Loan System, or ILL, Relais. My name is Andrew Nierenhausen, and I'm a technician in technology services at Yellowhead Regional Library. And I'm going to walk you through the public-facing side of Relais. The goal for this video is to show you what's new in Provincial ILL and make you feel a bit more comfortable using Relais. I'm going to run through a few of the features of Relais today, and how Relais differs from the previous provincial ILL system, VDX. To access provincial ILL, patrons will go to alberta.relaid2d.com, where you will be prompted to select which region or institution you are a member of. The first thing that you will see after we select our region will be the familiar simple search function. There is a drop-down menu to the left of this bar that will let you select between searching through public and academic libraries. Some items will only be available through one group or the other, and it is worth searching both if you are having trouble locating a specific item. In the top right of the screen, you have the option to select the advanced search menu, and you also have a user drop-down where you can log in and access your account information. And if you give me a moment here, I'm going to log into a test account. So in your account tab, you will be able to see any requests that you have made and any items that you currently have checked out. You can also use this screen to contact library staff with ILO questions. So here we see our requests. These are currently open requests. You can also look at completed requests, and you can look at the books you currently have on loan. You can select library staff under contact and send a message here. The advanced search function should be familiar, as it looks a lot like the previous TAL search function, with options for keyword, title, author, etc. You're also able to add more rows for granularity. You can return to simple search and try looking for some titles. Let's look for The Sandman. And this will bring back a variety of results. And there's a lot of information on this screen, so let's work through a few of the things that we see here. Firstly, at the top of our screen is our query. As you make modifications to your search, this bar will change and show you exactly what search terms you are looking at. So currently we can see that we are looking for The Sandman. On the left, we have a series of filters. At the top, we have date and format, and below that we have author and subject. You can select any number of these criteria and apply them to your search. Select a few of format as well. To get rid of these selections, you can either uncheck them and press apply, or we can wait for the results to finish and we can press clear. So below that we have our author and subject. You can see that occasionally subject and author fields will return duplicates. The deduplication process isn't always perfect, So you're going to want to keep an eye on these filters if you are selecting. So for example, you will get different results when you search Game and Kneel with a period or Game and Kneel with a comma. So let's select one of these. And we'll see that it's been added to our query bar at the top under Author, Game and Kneel, period. You can also add Game and Kneel, comma, which will include the records that were under that name as well. And we can do the same with subject, adding graphic novels. And you'll see that all of these terms have been added to our query. Now, unfortunately, unlike the date and format filters, we can't remove author and subject filters from our query. So if we maybe make a mistake and select the wrong one, we'll have to start the search over. So let's take another look for the Sandman. Now, if we continue down on the left-hand side, all the way to the bottom, we can see the list of libraries that are holding this item. And if we expand this section, we can see how many results were returned from each library. We can also see this failed notification from libraries who did not return any results. Scrolling back up. On the right side of the screen, we have some options as to how the page displays. How the page is sorted, the number of results per page, and the pages themselves. We also have these icons down the right side of the screen. And these will let you know what kind of medium the material is. If you hover over the icon, it will tell you what kind of resource it is, whether it's a recording, a book, an ebook, and so on. And we can see down here we have an electronic book. And we can see here that we have a video. Now, if we click on one of the titles, the record drops down, and we can now see all of the cataloging information as well as the hold availability. If the record you are looking at is available at a track library, you will be redirected via this link to place the hold through track instead. And we can see here that all of these items are available locally at track libraries. If the record that you are looking for is currently unavailable, this is actually an electronic record. So it's this. Here we go. You can still place a manual request for the item. The lending library has the freedom to cancel or deny your request, but they may fulfill your request when the item becomes available. So this will be the case when you see all of the items have not requestable for their availability. If this is the case, you can still click this link to submit your request. This will open a new tab where it will auto-populate all of the fields of the request. So all you will need to do is scroll down to the bottom, check this box, acknowledging that you accept the institution's conditions for lending, and submit. And we'll talk a bit more about these conditions in a moment. If we select an item that is not available within track, but is available in Alberta, the record will look like this. You can select the pickup location, and this is an important step, as if you select the wrong branch, the item is going to get shipped or mailed to another location. If that happens, the receiving library will need to reroute the item to us at Yellowhead Regional Library, and we will forward the item to the correct library. It's not the end of the world, but it will increase the time it takes for the item to arrive. You can see here that we can select from a variety of Yellowhead Regional Library pickup locations. There are also two notes sections. The first is a volume needed section. So if you only need the second volume of an encyclopedia or part 3 of a television series, you can make that note here. It's a free text field, so you're able to write whatever you want up to a reasonable character limit. The same goes for this general notes field down below. So finally, you will need to check this box to accept the terms of the lending institution. This just means that you are aware that lost items will need to be replaced or that there may be fines for late items. Once you tick this box, you will see that this Place Request button turns from gray to red, indicating that you can now place a hold. Until this box is checked, you will be unable to place a hold. Once the request is placed, all you have to do is wait. The item will be shipped to your local library, who will contact you when the item is available for pickup. Provincial ILLs are only available for 3 weeks and are unable to be renewed, so please be mindful of the return date on the item. This concludes our tour of Relais. Hopefully, you feel comfortable placing requests in the system, and remember that you can always reach out to your local public library for ILL support.